This is a new 2018 iPad. On the outside, it looks just like any other iPad, but if you look closer, it's got new features that make it a very attractive tablet. Hi, I'm Michael Josh. You're watching GadgetMatch, and this is our iPad 2018 review. The biggest of this new iPad's features is support for this device, the Apple Pencil. It's a $99 accessory that dramatically expands the amount of stuff that you can do with your iPad. With it, you can take notes, sketch, and paint. Previously, if you wanted to use the Apple Pencil, you needed to buy the more pricey iPad Pro, which makes sense for professionals who need it for work. But otherwise, it might be hard to justify if you're on a budget. The good news is that the 2018 iPad starts at half the price, which means if you're like me and you like to jot down notes, then these are tools that you want to have on you all the time. In the month that I've had this iPad, I've ditched my physical notebook and used the iPad almost exclusively. There's also a new version of iWork, so if you use it for your documents or presentations, you can now use your pen to annotate and make notes. Now that I have the iPad with me all the time, I've gotten back to using it to watch YouTube and Netflix and play games that benefit from a larger screen, like Fortnite. But even if the 6th generation iPad is my gadget match, I think the value in an affordable entry-level tablet is that it makes the perfect device for kids, both at home and at school. In fact, during its launch at a school in Chicago, Apple said this new iPad was designed to be the ultimate tool for education. This is my buddy Lucas. He wants to be a YouTuber one day. One afternoon, I let this 9-year-old have a go at some apps that showcase what this new iPad can do. He dissected a frog and named its organs, studied a famous painting, and then made art of his own, all of which he figured out independently. I asked Lucas to tell me the top 3 things that he likes about his iPad.
The favorite thing I like about the new iPad is that it has very high speed. I get to play my favorite games without it disconnecting or lagging. The next thing I like is about AR. You get to interact with things that feel like they're really there. The third favorite thing I like about the iPad is the Apple Pencil. You get to write without even touching it with your finger. I don't carry a journal anymore. I use my iPad and the Apple Pencil.
Now that it's got an A10 Fusion chip, Lucas's iPad can handle augmented reality apps better and can take anything his favorite games throw at it. In June, Apple is set to roll out its own educational app called Schoolwork, and even if schools don't immediately pick up this recommended curriculum, parents can use it at home to supplement learning. Regardless of how old you are though, this is an iPad for everyone. To push this device's use even further, I would have loved it if it came with the same magnetic connector as the iPad Pro, so you could easily snap on Apple's keyboard case. There's no way to attach the Apple Pencil, which makes it a pretty expensive, easy to lose accessory. Logitech makes a really good one for school that's made to withstand drops and comes with a detachable waterproof keyboard. They also make a $49 Apple Pencil alternative called the Crayon. So, is the 2018 iPad your gadget match? If you're looking for a new iPad and don't own last year's model, the 2018 iPad is a solid update, even if cosmetic changes are few and far between. I personally would have loved if it came with a fast charging accessory, if they came up with a less flimsy way of charging the Pencil, and if they bumped up the 1.2 megapixel FaceTime camera to 2018 levels. But then again, I don't think you should be taking photos with your iPad. But sure, do use it with the document scanner inside the Notes app. If you were to compare this iPad with the iPad Pro, then okay, you'd find compromises. The bezels are larger, there are only 2 speakers instead of 4, and the display is more reflective and doesn't have the super fast refresh rate. But none of these should matter if you're just looking for an iPad for everyday use. In exchange, you also get a more affordable tablet. And in many ways, where most of us are still struggling to justify a third device in our lives, having a responsive and powerful one that can do all the essentials really well means that we can indeed have room for a tablet in our life. And for that, we give it the GadgetMatch seal of approval. And that was our 2018 iPad review. For more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, follow GadgetMatch on social media, and make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. From here in New York City, I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.